welcome to my Gander garden. My name is Dawn, and today is July the 20th, and it's about 7:30 a.m. And I just wanted to thank everybody, first of all, for watching my two first garden videos. I was quite amazed by how many of you that watched and how many left such lovely comments. So I thought I would tell you a little bit about this area where I garden. It's in Zone 5A. We get cold winters, late springs that are generally very cool, very warm summers, and beautiful long autumns. And I've been gardening in this garden for a little over 20 years. And so some of the plants have been here for quite a while, but as all gardeners, some are new this year. And I would love it if you would comment, ask any questions, share any gardening advice that you might have. There's always something I'm learning every day nearly about gardening. And I have recorded a few things here over the past couple of days, and I will put that together. This will be the introduction to that video. And I can't thank you enough for tuning in and watching. And you have a fantastic day in your garden. This is my favorite area in my garden right now. On this end, you see some foxgloves, my favorite flower. This one is Pam's Choice. And these are snow thimble. Aren't they just absolutely beautiful? And there's lots of feverfew in bloom now, full bloom. I absolutely love feverfew. This is the double variety. And there's more feverfew on this side. And there was a lot of forget-me-nots, but they're gone over now, and I've cut them back. So I put a little garden statue there, and above the garden statue is my pride and joy, this beautiful blue Himalayan poppy, which actually I'm quite surprised has so many blooms on it at the same time. Only one of the flowers has lost its petals so far. So I'm really impressed with that. And this white one that was supposed to be blue but isn't, it's still looking pretty nice. And a couple more blooms to come. And down here at the base are some plants for next year. There are at least 3 more. Not sure if they'll be white or blue, but we'll see. And here is an apricot beauty foxglove and a native foxglove in the back. And I have let a few of the alliums stay just because they have a cute shape even though the color is gone. And the columbine here are definitely past their prime, but I'm letting them go to seed and see if I can get some seeds out of it. But just look at this sweet little area. Unfortunately, I can't see it from any window inside, but I chose this spot for the blue Himalayan poppies because it's so protected from the northeast wind, and it only gets morning sun. And right here at the base of my archway going into my back garden are lots more feverfew. I love feverfew all throughout the garden. It sort of unifies the whole garden, I find, and it will grow in sun and in part shade and even fairly deep shade, so you can put it everywhere. And another native foxglove. And just look at the climbing hydrangea. It's gonna get awfully bright, but right up to the top. Isn't that something? Really happy with it this year. And some clematis flowers too on this side. The goat's beard that's in this north-facing part of my garden is absolutely covered with bees and pollinators of every sort. And it's really, really fluffy now. It's at the prettiest point. Not long after this, unfortunately, it will start going to seed and won't look quite as pretty. But right now, oh my, isn't that pretty? And this is early morning right now, fairly early morning, and it's in full sun, but it will soon be in shade for the rest of the day. And here as well, I have an Annabelle hydrangea, which is just starting to form. And more of the goat's beard in the corner. And I have some Jacob's ladder and some geranium down here. And more feverfew, of course, that you'll see everywhere. And another geranium, a tall one that's not in bloom yet. And just look at this cute little section of foxgloves. Isn't that sweet? These are all snow thimble as well. And they're really short for some reason, but they're so cute right here. I really love them. This is down by the fence in the back of my garden. And behind my garden, by the way, is a green space. Aren't we lucky? It's like the forest behind our garden. We're very, very lucky. And here we have some of the wild geranium, and just look at my foxgloves. And you'll see that I have these staked. I do have them staked because they get a bit taller and they tend to fall over down here where it's more shady in the back of my garden. And they're more Pam's Choice and more Apricot Beauty and more Snow Thimble. These are all started from seed. I started these all from seed. And there's a clematis not in bloom, and some more of the wild geranium, and another patch of the foxgloves on this side. And here's a sad little story. There's just one peony bud because we had a late frost and it nipped back all the others. So I'm only just going to get the one peony off this beautiful dark red peony this year. And here's another clematis. This one has little bell lilac flowers on it, but too early for that yet. Look at all my foxgloves down here. I just love them. Around my gazebo on this side, I have some lady's mantle. And above that is a Therese Bugnet rose, very tall and looking pretty darn nice right now. Here's a close-up of some of the flowers. Very pretty. And another foxglove, wouldn't you know it? And there are some other foxgloves here that are not in bloom yet. There are some that I started from seed this year, back in January, late January, I think. Here's a close-up of two of them. These are Dalmatian Peach, but they'll be in bloom a little bit later. On this side of my gazebo is a John Cabot rose. It's one of the Explorer roses, and it's doing pretty well, but actually it's not doing as well as it usually does. Not sure exactly why, but I haven't sprayed it or anything, so I might actually put a little soapy water on it. I hear that that's safe for the bees. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. My hanging basket is doing really well. I love the little purple bellvine flowers. They're just so delicate. And it's just a day or two later now, and the Dalmatian Peach foxgloves are getting closer to blooming. And here you can see the yellow loosestrife in just a day or two has also come to life and is glowing in this soft early morning light. I'm very pleased with it. I have it on this side at the base of this conifer tree, where I have another hanging basket that's doing really well. It has the same flowers as the other, except this one does have a bacopa. I did 3 hanging baskets, and they're all the same, except one has a bacopa, one had a lobelia, a blue lobelia, and one had a white lobelia. And as you can see over here, the yellow loosestrife is certainly brightening up this spot, and it's at the base of another very large conifer. This one is a fir, and the reason I have them here is because they can compete with the competition that the trees give them, because I used to try to grow other things and didn't do that well, but these yellow loosestrife just did really well. So I decided, why fight it? Why not let them be? Because they can handle it. And so that's what I did. And I think it really brightens up. I'll just back up here a little. I think it really brightens up my garden.